Hi, everybody. Welcome to Big Apple Mountain Tarot. I'm your host, Mike Rusnak.
I'm the other host, Everest Hall, and today we are very pleased to be talking to you about the Pisces full moon happening August 30th / 31st for us in the mountain time in New Mexico. It is
7:36 p.m., so it's 9:36 p.m. Eastern Time and 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 2:36 Greenwich Mean Time the next day, the 31st.
You're so good, Mike.
Well, I'm quick with my fingers. I don't have to count.
Congratulations, everybody. We are in Virgo season.
Yes, the sun entered Virgo on August 23rd, and today is Saturday the 26th. So today and tomorrow are when Saturn is at its greatest opposition. And it's also closer to Earth than it's been by 65 million kilometers.
Yeah, it's really close to Earth, and if you have a good set of peepers or a great telescope, you can see the rings of Saturn, which I just think is incredible.
Yeah.
It's like that basic astronomy that's just kind of like mind-blowing. It's like, wow.
Yes. We have a number of planets still in retrograde.
Yes. 6, right?
6 planets in retrograde. Mercury is in retrograde until September 15th. With this many planets in retrograde, it's a lot of review, a lot of reflection. It could feel very much just kind of too much, too murky for people.
And also, I think being in Virgo, with Virgo's kind of really obsessed on the details of the structure.
You could feel like you're losing your mind, if you're a person who holds on to details and needs details for structure, just to move through life.
But to have this many planets in retrograde, it signals to me that it's a real period where we've got to kind of review. Think about where we've coming from. The beginning of the month, we started with the Aquarius full moon, which is all about keeping ourselves neutral.
Yes.
And then we moved into the new moon in Leo, which we love, which is about creativity and starting
seeds of creation.
But we're still kind of in this review, kind of summertime area. And we're coming up into September, which gives us the jitters. And here's kind of those butterflies happening. Like, did I do it all right? Have I done everything?
Are my pencils sharpened? Yeah. Do I have my notebooks? Do I have my bag? Do I have this, and this, and this? Yeah. Now, and with this many planets in retrograde, a lot of reflection. And we're supposed to reflect and review, but there's a slippery slope between reviewing and reflecting and then escaping.
And making up stuff.
Yeah.
You have to keep that neutrality and be like, okay, this happened that way, and then move on. Not like this happened that way, but I feel like it happened this way to satisfy my ego.
Yes, not edit, not rewrite things. And the message of this moon is to really understand, where have we been disillusioned? Where have we been fooled? We'll talk about that a little bit more in a second, but I wanted to mention Deborah Carr.
Oh, yes. So we've been watching a lot. We're getting over COVID, and we've been watching a lot of movies.
Yeah.
And we were watching Night of the Iguana, which is A+.
Fantastic.
I was screaming through the whole movie. It was so good.
Yeah.
But Deborah...
Tennessee Williams.
But Deborah Carr has this speech.
Well, she says to Richard Burton, lusty, drunk Richard Burton, she says, some people run for a drink, and others run for a pill, and still others run to meet their cabana boys, but I just take a few deep breaths. Just take a few deep breaths. Yeah. Reflection can be a slippery slope into escapism. And at the time of this full moon, which will happen at 7 degrees of Pisces, right? It's a time to really think about our spirituality, because Pisces represents spirituality. And to understand, where have we been fooled in the past? Where have we let ourselves be fooled? Are we a recovering Catholic? Are we, but where is our spirituality today? And what can we do to up that game? Where can we bring a more daily practice into spirituality. And the worst thing we could ever do is to commit a sin against ourselves and to think, well, I was this version of myself in the past, and now I reject that, and I can't stand that I've been that.
Right.
That's committing a sin against God, but not God. It's the inner God.
Yeah.
It's ourselves.
Exactly.
And how do we not sin against ourselves?
So Pisces, 12th house.
12th house. It's
12th house.
represented by the fish that are breaking the surface of the water, literally leaping in between two worlds. Right?
And so as you go through, the first house, and you end up in the 12th house at the complete circle, you've kind of like gone through all the physical states and social states, and now you've released into this kind of mutable water area where we're all joined subconsciously. That's why we're talking about spirituality, is that it's this out-of-body, non-physical space. It's ruled by Neptune, which also rules cinema, dreams, illusions, delusions.
It's Hollywood. It's the media.
It's addiction.
It's addiction, drugs,
jails,
alcohol. If you have struggles with addiction, just be very careful during this time. Just be very careful.
Be aware.
Hyper-perfection is not an option either.
No.
And that's tricky because we're in Virgo, and Virgo's like perfection. But hyper-perfection is a recipe for disaster. It's really a good time to, I think, make some contact with people who have passed the Rainbow Bridge, who've crossed the Rainbow Bridge, who have left us in this life, and they're on the other side of the curtain, and there's no such thing as true death. There's just transformation. But this is a good time to start a dialogue with people who have perhaps passed away.
Right.
And to just kind of go through one by one and make a little contact with them and think about that. And sometimes they answer back, and this is a great way to heal old wounds too. It's something that's much overlooked, but if there are Halloween decorations in the store in August, then we could do some Day of the Dead stuff today.
No, it's true. And I've been thinking about a couple people that are in heaven. My friend Nan Kempner, I always think about her, my friend Max.
I have a list of people.
There's a list.
And it's hard to remember them all at once because it's super painful. And we don't want to dwell in pain, but we want to dwell in joy. And it's just...
It was part of that retrograde reflection before we get into the fall. And, let's admit it. We'll talk about it again, Mike. The 20th century's gone. We're in a totally new time and space. And I think to think objectively about where we've been and what's happened to us and the friends that have left us but are still helping us.
Saturn doesn't want us to forget them.
No.
Saturn is asking us for concrete moves right now because Saturn is at 3 degrees of Pisces. The moon is going to be at 7 degrees Pisces. That's very close. So Saturn, Daddy Saturn, is asking us to get very real with what our spiritual practice is.
And also, objectivity.
Objectivity. And if there's any kind of fear in there spiritually, fear does not need to exist in spiritual realms.
No.
Fear is used to manipulate people in
it's
religious circles.
Part of the delusion.
Yeah.
It's part of that. The fog.
If there's fear and worry, then you're doing something wrong.
Right, exactly. So Saturn's in Pisces. It's really close to the Earth. It's adding a lot of structure to this mutable water, to this atmosphere, and it's really giving it some parameters and some
form.
There we go. Form.
It wants us to create form. It wants us to understand what really connects us all of us. And the answer is our blood.
Our blood.
Our fluids. What's in our veins. It's the same. And it's the same blood throughout humanity.
Right, and that's part of this axis. So Virgo is like a sign which is really attached to health. And same with Pisces. So there's this health axis. of Virgo, which rules blood. It rules the microbiome.
Well, Virgo rules, the gut.
The gut.
Yeah.
We've got
Pisces rules the blood,
Yes.
the fluids.
The fluids, our health, what kind of communicates the oxygen that reaches to all of our cells, and really small details that keeps us human animals living and vibrant.
Yes, very good.
Thank you, Mike.
So at this time of the full moon, really sit in quiet and have a think about spirituality, and try to understand what we need to shed. Right? Because every full moon is about what we need to release, what we need to let go. What have we been holding on that is no longer working for us?
Right.
And that could be our anger. That could be, think about it like spiritual Weight Watchers. You know how Weight Watchers, you count calories? Well, spiritual Weight Watchers is where you count negativity points, say.
Right, or deceptions.
Yeah, I'm buying too much into this angry mob. I'm buying too much into this unsettling news, into doom scrolling, into worrying about climate change, war, disease, COVID, on and on and on. And the point of life is to rack up more good days than bad days.
Right.
In a nutshell. Yeah. So,
where do we go? Where do we go with this energy? Okay. So we've had this big month. We've had 3 moons.
Yeah.
Started off with the Aquarius full moon, which we were talking about being like objective, and being realistic, and being kind of cool and scientific,
a little bit detached too. But maintaining a connection with society, with our tribe, understanding who our tribe is.
And then we went into the Leo new moon, which was about creativity and setting like these little seeds, as we're knowing that there's all this planetary retrograde and can't really get anywhere until they go forward. But to kind of set our our little seeds in the ground, knowing that they're going to plant. And now we have our Pisces full moon, which is really about the subconscious, dreaming, connecting with our out-of-body self, our collective consciousness.
Yeah, and just understanding where we're wasting our energy, where we're wasting time in dream world, where it's not really bringing us anywhere, but it's just we're kind of floundering.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Right.
Let it go and be more efficient. We are in Virgo. We want to do lists. We want to do gratitude lists.
Yes.
Right? Virgo,
lots of details.
Yes, and also Mars has moved into Libra. So now that there's more air in the mixture, right? And we still have a lot of planets in mutable signs.
Right.
Mutable is changeable. Fixed signs don't love that.
Right.
I've never loved September.
No. Makes me a little anxious. All those little details make me a little like freaked out.
A little squirrely.
Makes me feel like I can't do them, and I kind of convince myself that I'm gonna screw stuff up.
Be like Deborah Carr.
Yeah, be like Deborah Carr. And breathe into it. And be okay.
With that, I think that should we do some tarot?
Let's do some tarot. We'll pull some tarot cards for all of our friends out there for the Pisces moon. Thank you. Okay, my friends, we are back with the tarot cards. We're going to pull one card for each sign, with the emphasis being that this is the Pisces full moon, what our dreams, what our subconscious, what the unknown, invisible world can communicate to us.
Supernature.
Yeah. That's a good band name.
It's a song. It's a disco song. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I'll play it for you when we're done.
All right.
Okay. So I cut the cards here.
Okay. So we're going to start with Aries, fire. Okay, Aries. Your north node, the north node's in Aries. This is about walking away.
This could be just being in this time of year. There are 5 planets in mutable signs, And it's just a lot of emotion, a lot of water. There's like just too much emotion for Aries.
For our fire friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Aries, you kind of go forward. You don't really put a lot of contemplation into your actions. Perhaps our dreams will be kind of pushing us emotionally into some depths which can bring us to a better place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. While uncomfortable, it's good to sit with it. It's good to just not react.
Yeah.
To just, like he is doing, just walk away for a while and revisit. Circle back. Yeah. Taurus.
Earth, Taurus. Okay, Taurus has got an emotional... This is fun. 2 cups. This is a 4 of cups. There's 3 cups in front of him. 1 cup is coming towards him. Nothing satisfying him.
Yeah. It's an emotional surprise. And I did not mention, but Uranus will be going retrograde on the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of surprise.
That's in Taurus, right?
And that's in Taurus.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Taurus...
Seismic upheaval.
Tauruses are very fixed. It's fixed Earth. They're kind of plod along. They like things to be expected. Perhaps there is a message coming through in our subconscious that makes us feel a little uncomfortable. But listen to it because you're going to need it in the future. Gemini. Oh, hello, King of Wands. I know a certain Gemini. So this Gemini card, the King of Wands, he is getting ready to go. Something has gotten his attention off of the page here. He's like looking over here, and he's kind of feeling like he's ready to go. Like there's a initiation, there's a drive that's coming through.
There's a brand new direction.
Brand new direction.
Suddenly, yeah.
And being a king, they're in charge of it.
Cancer.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's good for Cancer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've got a strong Cancer in my chart. Temperance, balance. The fluids balancing, the waters of creation balancing, harmony, beauty, satisfaction, nurturing. It's a very positive card for Cancer here.
Attention to your intuition, but keeping your eye on the road.
Right. So he's got one foot in the water, 1 foot on earth. There's a balancing of the subconscious and the conscious of our otherworldly and our worldly environments. Leo.
Yes.
Knight of Pentacles.
The Knight of Pentacles and Venus has gone direct, right? And Venus is squaring to Jupiter through this month. So that is...
that's a great thing.
That's a great thing. I mean, that's but it could be, just surprise and finances. Probably positive.
Right.
But it's a new message about financial matters, which is never my favorite thing.
But yeah, there's some,
it's necessary.
There's some subconscious
it's serious adulting.
message.
It's serious adulting.
Yeah,
so.
Leo's
Yeah.
adulting, some serious. But, he's kind of still. The Knight of Pentacles, he's slow. And when he's ready to move, he'll move.
Yeah, that's a lot of listening to your intuition during this time of retrograde.
Yeah.
Just strategizing. It's strategy.
And the pentacle isn't just money, it's also value.
Yeah.
So it could be our values.
Yeah.
Leo, and then here we go, Virgo. Virgo's ready to tell us all about the details.
And Mercury is in Virgo.
This is the card. So, the Page of Wands. Wands are passion. It's a fire card, and they are not just thinking about their passions, but they're ready to kind of talk to the audience about their passions. And we're in Virgo season, so we all have those Virgo friends that we love to listen to because they love to tell us.
They'll tell us either way.
They'll tell us either way. So listen to your Virgo friends.
Okay.
Oh,
Libra.
oh, Libra. Libra gets justice.
And our south node is in Libra.
Right.
And, you know, we're into this energy where we're moving away from matters of justice. But sometimes we have to put a pound of flesh on the scales
Right.
in order for the judicial system to process it, to know that it still works.
But, you know, this is one of the things about justice and karma is that it really is a reaction to the past.
Yeah.
And having it in the south node right now is really activating it because you need to kind of process it, find out what the facts are, look at the facts objectively, and have the community to decide upon what the facts are and come up with the decision. It has really to do with the past and reflecting upon the past.
Yeah.
Powerful there.
Consequences.
A lot of, Venus is out of retrograde, but it's still affecting our relationships, and a lot of our relationships that weren't really working for us, it's time to let them go.
There's still a lot of cleaning. Yeah, and we have a long way to go with
it.
a
lot of cleaning. Scorpio. Boom.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful. The lush life.
Nine of Pentacles.
Nine of Pentacles. We have this beautiful maiden in her lovely garden full of fruits with a hawk upon her hand, ready to go out hunting for her.
And it's newfound abundance because she hasn't fully grown into her robes yet.
Yeah. Her robes are a little big for her, and she's going to kind of grow into it. So it's like new abundance, new
with her
energy.
falcon, right, ready to send out.
I love that. Sagittarius. Dun, 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 dun. Victory for Sagittarius. This is good. I feel like the cards for Sagittarius the past couple times haven't been so exciting as this one. We have victory. Victorious dreams for our Sagittarius.
With witnesses.
With witnesses to our victory because we have faith and we have been emotionally neutral and planting our seeds of creativity and trusting our dreams.
And surprise, there is a victory for you. And your planet, Jupiter, has been in Taurus, rather close to Uranus. Yeah. So victory for our values.
Victories for our values. A big congratulations for our faith. Sagittarius, Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. We are...
And Pluto is back in Capricorn.
Oh, yes.
Still. You know, not for long. Well, for the rest of this year. Pluto moves so slow.
Right.
But it's almost through.
Yeah. Capricorns take things very seriously. Our subconscious...
They're always just achieving. Driven to achieve.
It's a very earthly driven sign. Our subconscious might be kind of going in a circular kind of argument here with not much being kind of concluded in it.
It's a lot of retrograde energy. Spinning wheels. Use this full moon. Where am I fooling myself?
Right.
Where am I wasting time spinning my wheels? I don't need to do anymore.
Set a list of priorities, Capricorn.
And maybe put a timer on creativity so that you create something and then you're like, okay, done. Mutable energy, moving on. Let's do something new. You know, just structure your time differently.
Yes.
Yeah. Aquarius.
Oh, hi. Oh, hello.
I'll take that, right?
I'll take that. Okay, I'm an Aquarius. Ace of Pentacles, primary values, money coming in. Perhaps we're having some dreams about our future endeavors, future prosperity, future value. There's a beautiful garden under here. It's kind of hidden. But also, this could be fool's gold there if we're not objective, if we're not being iron pyrite, if we're not being kind of emotionally neutral. We could convince ourselves of something that isn't necessarily true. So keep it objective.
Very good, Everest.
Thank you, Mikey. And here's our final one. Gosh darn it.
For the full moon.
For the full moon, here's our Pisces friends, Ace of Swords, our dreamy, fishy friends, and ideas coming through.
And this is a full moon with, again, Uranus in Taurus and Jupiter in Taurus. Those planets of truth. And justice. And Saturn in Pisces saying, don't bullshit.
Don't bullshit.
I want something real. Make something real.
Right.
You know, and use your compassion, Pisces.
Trust yourself.
Yeah, you're such an empathetic sign. You could do it. You could do it and pour your heart out and heal.
Yeah. We need our Pisces friends. And with that, I think we'd like to say thank you for seeing us again.
Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah. Very grateful to have you as our audience.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.